Good morning, Phoenix Flippers, Thrifters. It is Marie, and I am here for your Monday morning Ship Your Flip. I don't have a lot of things today. I only have 6 that I sold over the weekend. Did more sourcing than anything. And today I'm doing listings. But let me show you what I got. I got kind of a variety of stuff. So if you see the little live up there, say hi down below. If you're catching the replay, hashtag replay for me. Let me start off with, let's see what we got. So the first thing I have is a pair of Jeffrey Campbell shoes. They're mule slides. Good morning, Cindy. These, guess where I got these? I got these at Last Chance. Now, I didn't get them just last week. I got them at our last trip. And let me tell you, let me see. Where are they? I wrote everything down on here. Jeffrey Campbell Posh. Let's see. They sold on Poshmark. I sold them for $59. They cost me $6.39 at Last Chance. The fees were $11.80. So my profit is $40.81 on these shoes. And since Poshmark has no shipping for sellers, unless you go over 5 pounds, that is actually my profit. So that is nice. So let me get these down. Let me get things down so you guys know that I like to use these little things in my shoes. Let me see if these will work in these slides. I usually put these into all my... Oh yeah, those work just fine. So see how they just nice tuck in there? And they just help keep the form of the shoe. You can also use tissue paper. You can use the air pockets from Amazon, which is basically kind of what these are, except for that I just have the single ones that I manually fill up. And so look at the shape of this shoe right now. You see that? That's from storage. See that? But look at what happens when I stick this in there, and then it will help when it ships. So look how much nicer that looks. So it's just about, yes, do I take a little bit longer for shipping? Do I put a little bit more stuff in? Absolutely. And I'll show you why I do that later. I actually made a video of some of my comments that were very specific about my shipping. So I will post those later today. But I just got one of the other day that was freaking phenomenal. It's probably my best feedback yet. What's some of your guys' best feedback that you've gotten? Hi, Angela. I'm just doing my Monday shipping for you guys. I only sold 6 things this weekend, but like this one right here, these Jeffrey Campbell's, I mean, I just got $40 profit off of those. So I'm not going to complain about that. Whoop. So these are Poshmark, so I don't have to worry. So everything Poshmark ships priority. If you guys, hang on. Let me get a new piece of paper. I don't like the way this turned out. Actually, I can still use this paper, but I'm going to just do one shoe instead. Wrap one shoe, and then I'll wrap the other one. All right. I normally use tissue paper, but I don't know why I grabbed the paper. But that's okay. It'll work. So I'm wrapping each shoe individually. Kind of like a Christmas present here. And then I grabbed everybody knows, I use plastic bags. Good morning, Sarah. I use plastic bags for everything so that nothing gets wet no matter where it's going. Just because it's leaving Arizona doesn't mean it's going to a dry climate. And I have had these bags save items before. So you get them on Amazon. I'm trying to get a Amazon, what do you call it, referral account, so I can just have a place where everything that I use is in one area for you guys to find easier. But since everything's under my husband's name in Amazon, it seems to be wanting to attach everything to his account. so it's not working for me as of yet. Okay, anyway, so this is Poshmark. Again, Poshmark ships everything in priority boxes. So if you don't have a USPS account, go online. You can do it for free. All of the USPS branded priority boxes are free. They'll ship them right to your house for free. So now you can only use them for priority. Do not put ground inside a priority box. You will get charged more. Don't do it. It's only for priority. Don't ship UPS, don't ship FedEx, don't ship none of that in these boxes. This is for USPS priority only. Now, the thing about Poshmark is Poshmark has a agreement with USPS. And so for Poshmark only, you can use any priority box, even flat rate. You don't have to pay anymore. It's one shipping cost, and they don't care which box you use. USPS finally got on board with it. A lot of times people were bringing things to the post office, and people were going, nope, I can't do that. It's not flat rate. And they go, yep, it tells you right here, Poshmark, on the bottom of every single label, it literally says, Poshmark shippers are authorized to use all priority mail packaging, including flat rate and regional rate packaging, through zones of total and 1 through 8. So basically anywhere in the United States. It literally has it right on the bottom of the package because of the post office was having issues. But now there is a button on their screen, at least at the post office I do, there is a button on their screen that lets them know it's a Poshmark label as soon as they scan it. So there's no questions. It's not a problem. So, all right, this one's only going to California, so that's not a biggie. So that's nice. All right, let's go on to our next one. Okay, I do have quite a variety of stuff here, so this is really cool. So this right here is actually a Run Disney finisher's medal. And I was lucky enough, not last year, but the year before, I found the company that got all the extra medals and would sell them. And then they ended up either losing their contract with Disney or just deciding not to do it, or Disney discontinued it, whatever the case may be. And so I was able to get a lot of brand new Run Disney medals. Now, they usually go through waves. You can kind of tell when Run Disney is having their races, because I usually will sell more when a race, just right after a race happened. But they're really good for a couple reasons. They're good for people who like to be motivated at home, and you want to walk. That's what we use them for. We have a lot that we've kept ourselves because we're Disney collectors. And so when you're just walking around home, or if you're running, you can do it on the treadmill or whatever. You can earn, it's nice to have something to go, okay, I earned something. It gives you something to work for. And you can do it pretty inexpensively, way more inexpensive than if you were to actually get them from a Disney race, which costs hundreds of dollars, plus you got to get there. Whereas you can get these anywhere from 20 to 50, depending on which ones they are. And so, or it's also, if people lost theirs, or, things get lost in moves and stuff all the time. So, so they're good for replacement medals as well. But anyway, so what did I do? So those ones I paid $10 for a piece. That one sold for $45.94. My fee was $8.08. That's only because I used promoted listings. Normally it wouldn't cost that much. But my profit was $27.86, less any shipping. It's only going to California. It's going to cost about $4.50 maybe to ship. So I'll still make about $23 on that one medal. All right, next. I have a Detroit Tigers t-shirt. This sold on eBay for $18.94. My cost of goods was $1.49. I believe that was probably after a 20% discount at Goodwill. The fees were $2.87. So the profit is $14.58 less shipping, which again, this is only going to cost probably another $4.50 to ship. This is probably about 8 to 10 ounces. Maybe I'm thinking more like 8, probably like half a pound. So it's not going to cost that much to ship. I might have to put it in the next size up. Do I need to put it in the next size up? Nope, this works just fine. There we go. So, so that's what that looks like once I get it nice and packaged up in the little thing. And then I will put this into an eBay. Now I have multiple eBay envelopes, you guys. If you have an eBay store, every quarter you're going to get a coupon that you can use for eBay shipping supplies. And the coupon amount varies depending on which size store you have. If you only have the basic store or the very beginning store, starter store, you won't get any. I think you have to have a basic store to begin with. But they all have the eBay logos on them. They have padded envelopes. They have eBay tape. There is stickers. There's thank you cards that you can get from eBay. They have the eBay logo on them. They have all kinds of stuff. And then they have, of course, the poly envelopes, which I like to use pretty much primarily for clothing, just because it doesn't add any weight, really. It's super light. This will add about 1.5 ounces. This will add nothing or a half ounce. It's really close. So depending on what the item is, like you saw that with the metal, I did use a padded envelope. I put it in bubble wrap first, and then I still put it in a padded envelope. Like I said, I'll always do a little bit extra. And then of course I have my thank you cards. They're not required. Most people probably don't use them at all. I've just used them for so long. I just don't see why I need to stop. I just like the advertising, I guess. All right, let's see. Next I have a pair of Uggs. This sold on Poshmark. Uggs, where's my Uggs at? Uggs, slip-on Uggs on Poshmark. Sold for $52. My cost of goods was $10.29. That was from Goodwill after my discount. They are in like excellent condition. I don't even know. They don't even look like, maybe they've been worn around the house because this sticker is dirty, but the bottoms aren't dirty at all. So I'm guessing these are probably worn on carpet around the house, but not outside. But anyway, they sold for $59. They sold for $52. My cost of goods was $10.29. The fees were $10.40, and my profit is $31.30. There's no shipping fees, additional shipping fees, because it is Poshmark, so I don't need to worry about it. These ones already have a really good shape in them, so I'm just going to stick tissue in them, also because there's fur inside of them. So let me get another tissue here. I'm going to wrap these. There we go. And again, this is Poshmark, so it is priority shipping. Some of my favorite boxes for priority shipping, especially with shoes, they actually have a box that is a little bit about the same size as a shoebox. It's my favorite one to use. I use it a lot. A lot. So putting them into the plastic first. There you see. There they are. All right. And then this is the box that I like to use for nearly all of my shoes. It's literally called the shoebox. So if you're on the USPS site and you are looking for boxes, look for one called the shoebox. That's what they call it. And then order it. And you can order them in boxes. You can order them in 10s or 25s. I usually order 25 just because, or 50 even, depending on the time of the year. Most everything comes in bundles of either 10 or 25. I would always take the 25 if you have room for them. If you don't, then do the 10s. And depending on how much you ship, but I like to do the 25s. I have room. So I have all of this. I think you guys can see. I think I've shown you before. So I have this whole rack over here that is all of my boxes there. We also have boxes and padded envelopes up here. And then I have a bigger container. Well, if you look behind me, we have this back here, which is kind of like when we get Amazon boxes, or you get something shipped to you and you're like, ooh, this is a good box. That's where we put our, quote, good boxes that we're going to reuse. And then we have a storage cabinet. On the other side, it's a pretty big, it's a decent sized cabinet. We have our larger boxes there. And then we actually had somebody build us for our 12 by 12 and above. We had them build a box kind of holder above our freezer area. And then we have all of our pool noodles in front of that. And I don't think I have anything that's going to need pool noodles today, but I'll do I talk about them a lot. I think I've shown them to you before. And I'll have to do a special one. I do have some art that I'm going to be packaging up soon. I have not listed it yet, but it's large. And so I want to get it packaged up so I can get accurate shipping before I list it. So I will probably do a live when I package that up as well. So here is this one. These are the Uggs. Because these were Poshmark, I could pre-print the labels out because I don't have to worry about weighing them or anything else because it's all in the same. Is this the one? No, this isn't the one. Okay. Okay, here we go. How about these ones, you guys? How many people ship glass? So these also ship, though. I also sold these on Poshmark. Now, a lot of people think Poshmark is just for clothing. It is not. They also do hard goods. I only list hard goods that are under 5 pounds, unless I think that they will sell. If they're between 5 and 6, and I think I can get a better price for them, then I might go ahead and list them on there and pay the difference. I think it's like, I don't know, $4 extra or something. I mean, you can go above 5 pounds. There is just an amount that you have to pay, and you can't pass that on to the buyer. The buyer, unless you do a separate listing for it and they agree to it. But other than that, the buyer typically will only pay the single flat cost. So these, I'm just going to double wrap here. I'm going to put bubble wrap on them too. Don't worry for those of you freaking out. I'm going to wrap them first. I'm going to put this aside because I may or may not use it. And these are actually going to Montana, which for me is cool because for those of you that follow me know that I have a map that I've been keeping since the beginning of the year about which states I'm shipping to. And darn it, if Montana was one that I didn't have yet. So I only have 5 more states to get to have all of them for the year. But I'm still keeping it, and I got to color in Montana this morning, so that was pretty cool. So this, I'm just roll. I got lots and lots of bubble wrap. I tuck it into the top of the cup. I will tape the bottom, which I can't even feel, which is nice. If you can still feel the ridges and stuff, there's still a chance that it could break. So you want to just make sure you cover it enough that you feel the corners are going to be safe there. All right. Pretty sure that's going to be okay. Plus, I'm going to have more packing inside the box as well. So, bubble wrap. And if you didn't see earlier, over here, if you look up, I have way more bubble wrap up there right now. I just had ordered because I'm almost out. This one I actually got at an auction, and it's okay. It's not fantastic. I usually order from Bubble Boy. That is kind of my go-to, and they ship out of Las Vegas. I believe it's Las Vegas. It's Nevada anyway. And so I can usually get, when I order from them, I typically get my stuff in 2 days, 1 to 2 days. And it's delivered right to my door. So I like that. So now I have more bubble wrap. So I had to order it last week. And now I'm rolling this one up. I'm going to tuck it into the top of the cup. Now, typically I don't like to use clear tape on bubble wrap because it's much harder to find the end. But since this is Poshmark and I don't want to use eBay tape for Poshmark, sometimes I do, but not usually. I mean, sometimes the only kind of eBay stuff I'll usually use for Poshmark, if I have to, is the box. If I have just the right size box and I don't have a priority box that will fit it, or it's not thick enough, then I will go ahead and do that. Okay, so I still put the, yes, I know, they're wrapped. They're also in bubble wrap, but yes, I still put them in their own plastic bags. This is why I don't usually get really good stuff on packaging, comments on my packaging. I want to make sure it arrives safe, guys. I have had very, very few things ever break in doing this as long as I have. Again, you do have to account for all this. Make sure you're keeping track for your taxes. Every time you buy supplies, whether it's on Amazon or whatever, make sure you're keeping track of that, because you can put that, you can write it off in your taxes. So, all right, let's find a box. For this one, I'm probably, let's see if it will fit into a medium flat rate box. I believe that it probably will. If not, I will get a large flat rate box. But let's give it a shot. I do want to add extra packaging, so let's see how it fits. Now, see, that doesn't have any room in the sides. I could do it. I think I'd rather go this direction, and that's going to be fine. So let me grab some packaging here. Now, there's a couple different things you can use. I will probably use just the newspaper. It doesn't allow for much moving like peanuts would. I do have peanuts down here. I also have a lot. Actually, I should probably use this. I have a whole bag of it. I went to an estate sale last week, and I knew I was going to probably get breakable, so I brought a whole bunch of paper with me. And then when I got the stuff home, I kept the paper because I knew I would probably use it for something like this. So let's do this. Make sure you always pack around the sides. So I already have it on the bottom. You want to have a nice cushion between all the sides of the box and your product. So see how I'm doing that? And it's also, if you have a big piece and you need to put it in a small, just turn it like this. Just turn it. And you make it nice and small. And then you can tuck it around the edges. And you just need to shove it in. If you don't want to fold it, you want it to take up space. So all you're trying to do is fill the void. Fill the void. Gosh darn it, man. If you guys are following me, you'll see I go through all these things pretty quick. I'm going through another package. Have to open up another package of these. These are my thank you cards. I got them from Vistaprint. I ordered 1,000 of them before Christmas, and I've got to be at least halfway through them by now. Maybe I ordered them in like November or something. Okay, so put one of those in there, and then put filler on the top as well. It's okay if it sticks up right now, but you just want to make sure that it can close and fill in that gap in the box. Ta-da! There we go. This was Poshmark. So where did my label go? Did I leave the label inside the cup? I bet you I did. Doggone it. Well, I'll just print another label, but that's funny. I bet it's inside. Now, you know what? I'm going to open it up. Let's find out if it's inside the cup. Did anybody see where I put the label? Did I put the label somewhere? Did I take it out of the cup? I had a label inside a cup. I don't know if I took it out. Oh man, now it's all, no, it's bubble wrapped and everything. Forget it. They may end up with an extra label in there. I'm not even going to worry about it. I know what's in this one. I'm just going to print another one. All right, we'll be good on that one. That's funny. But if you saw where I put the label, let me know. Maybe I did put it somewhere. Okay, and then my last item for today is a pair of wrestling shoes. Dun, dun. These are new in the box. I actually got these over at a thrift store in Glendale. They had a whole bunch of them. I was probably a year ago, and I think I picked up 6 or 7 pairs. They were only $5 a piece, and I have one more pair after this, and that's it. These ones sold for $74.94. They cost me $5. The fees are $10.16. So right now my profit is $59.78, but it's probably going to cost me $12 or $13 to ship them. Not sure which state they're going to. So I still should end up with about $48 profit on these shoes. So let's see. Now, this is what I do when I don't have a bag big enough. So, like, these are my biggest bags, and I don't think this is going to fit in here. Maybe it will. Let's see if it does. Oh, it will. Alrighty then. But if it didn't, I actually have small, clear garbage bags for larger items. Sometimes we have large coats and things, and so we'll put them in those, or big stuffed animals. But this one fit perfect, so I don't have to worry about it. And then, now this one is an eBay item. It is not a Poshmark item. I don't think this is going to be wide enough. That is not wide enough. So I need something that is wider. Actually, can I make this one though? I can resize boxes pretty darn well, but it has to be able to fit. See, now if I resize that, it won't fit that direction because it's made perfectly for that. Unless I put 2 of them together, which I'm not going to do. So this one was a 14 by 8 by 6. So I need like a 14 by 10, which I don't have any over here. And so I'm going to check behind me on my good box rack, and I don't see any there. So hang on, let me run over and see what I have over here. 14 by 8 by 6 is what I need. Or 14 by 10. Let's see what I have. Oh, that will not work. How'd this work? So I have an 18 by 6, 18 by 10 by 6. So I'm just going to cut this one off the end. Yeah, I'm going to cut the end off of this one. So I'm going to do a little bit of resizing, but not a whole bunch. So let's see where I need to cut this at. There. So all I need to do is I'm going to actually cut this box off. See, you didn't know you were going to see a resizing class today too. From the inside, I can see, you know how boxes are corrugated, so you can see the piece that you can stay in a straight line pretty easily. So I'm just cutting this off. Sometimes I do this. You can make the box first, or you cannot make the box first. Doesn't really matter. But I'm going to cut this end off. Actually, I'm going to telescope it. You know what? I probably should have made the box first. I think it might have been easier. I don't know. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Too late at this point, huh? Whoop, see? And then I can just fold it this way. And now I'm going to cut here. Down this one. So it's the same on both sides. Then let's go ahead and build this side of the box. Did I do that right, or did I just screw that up? I may have just screwed that up. I screwed that up. That's not what I wanted. Let's try this again. I'm going to build the box first. But you know what? Keep this cardboard. When you screw up like that, keep the cardboard for other things. I can use pieces of it for backer boards, for books, and everything else. So let me grab another one. Okay, this time we're going to build the box first. So, build the box. Now normally I would use paper tape, but since I am going to be cutting it, yeah, you know what? I'm still going to use paper tape, I think. I like to use the paper tape on the brown boxes. And this is just pre-pasted tape. It's got a water. I have a dispenser here that has water in the bottom of it. And it just liquid. It like puts the sticky on the tape, or it licks the tape. It gets the tape wet so that it's sticky. You know what I mean. Okay. So that's that. Now we can see how much space we need. I'll put that box in there. And then I'm going to mark it as to where I need to cut it. I need to cut it on this one. So now I just need to stay on this same piece of corrugation throughout. There we go. And then I'm going to lift the flap up on the inside. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I made a cut right here. Here, make it easier for you. There you go. I made a cut in the box. And now I'm going to just follow this same line. Ooh, yep, that's the right one. All the way through. Kind of just doing this. There we go. So this is going to be called telescoping a box. So I don't have a box that fits this exactly, and I don't want to pay for extra space in the box that I don't need. So I'm going to adjust the size of the box so that it will better give me a better shipping cost. And it'll be more accurate in the actual of what I actually need. So I'm not putting a huge box or paying for all that extra space. So this is what I did. I basically I did just cut off the end of the box. So see that? That's what I did. I cut off the end of the box. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to telescope this into it. So see how that just fits right in there? And then I'll retape that. I'll put my stuffing in here. Line the bottom of the box. I'll put my product inside. Boom. And look at now it fits perfect. Now I don't have all that extra space. I'm going to put my thank you card in the top. I'm going to take a little bit of tissue paper and go around the edges. Where is my tissue paper? I have room. I'm going to just tuck a little bit around the edges, and then I'll put a little bit more on top, and then I will tape it all up, and you'll see how it looks. I don't have to do this a lot. I have a lot of boxes to choose from. I don't usually have to do this. And I'm going to cut off these extra flaps so that I don't have, not paying for extra weight either. I don't need these inside extra flaps. So I'm cutting those off. Be careful not to cut your product. And then sometimes there's extra space in the middle that you have to fill. This one I think is going to be okay because I have the paper tape. Now I'm just going to use my paper tape. Again, you can just use regular tape if you don't have paper tape. That's obviously perfectly fine. Get it right over that seam so that from the outside you won't even know. And then I will come back over on this side and I'll repaper tape all of the edges here. I could go that way, but I really don't have way more tape than I need on there, so whoop, cut. Silica, I just took a piece off. This is the stuff that has the string in it, so if you don't know what paper tape is. All right. This one did not stick very well. Let's put one more piece up there. There we go. All right, guys. There is my new resized box for the shoes. Much better. And that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions, post them below. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.